What's good, y'all? Welcome back today with another video with Catch the T with Lil G, where I'm just on this thing giving my comments and my opinions on what's going down in the social media and in the pop culture world. With that being said, please make sure to tune in and please support your boy and make sure to hit the notification button and please subscribe, like, and comment for more content with Catch the T with Lil G. But into the meantime, let's get into it. Okay, so as we all know, Latto just did the interview with the magazine company, and she was on the little cover or whatever. And in the magazine issue, they asked about the whole, basically, would she battle, IceSpice. And I feel like instead of being like, you know what, I don't even want to get into that right now. You know what I'm saying? This is about me, and I ain't trying to, speak on nobody else. And with that said, with me going to say, I feel like Latto is really pressed with IceSpice at this point. Okay, Billboard asked Latto if she would battle with IceSpice. If I was to do a battle, it would have to be with somebody I feel like I'm going to go tit for tat with. I really don't mean it as shade. Would she even want to do it? At the end of the day, that was shade. And as everybody know, IceSpice always get Latto mad, it seemed like, at the end of the day. And it is what it is. One person said random ass question, and then somebody said this beef is so boring, and I feel like it is. They having a flop off. She would mop easily. Two mid rappers fighting for a number 4 spot. Nah, cause I fear she ate her up. Like, no shade, Ice made hits, but her bars are not as strong compared to Latto. Say whatever you want, but ain't no way Ice can do this. Like, hell, it seemed like everybody got their bets on Latto. She cleared IceSpice. She is hot. Oh, IceSpice fight back. I don't think IceSpice would even battle. At the end of the day, I really don't feel like IceSpice would really be up for that myself. I feel like she like to throw her rocks but hide her hands at the end of the day. Girl battle with the studio and the Billboard charts first. Exactly. Latto says send a real fighter, not a pipsqueak. They having a flop off. Like, at the end of the day, they both flopping on the charts. So neither one of them is really making no hits. Okay, so I'm still trying to figure out why in the hell is she even on a cover of the magazine from a company alone where they do the charts and she's flopping badly on. I feel like these magazine companies be having sympathy for a lot of these artists, and they be wanting to, cheer these artists up and make them feel like they something. Okay, so it says Latto may be nearly a decade into her rap career, but she's still hungry and better positioned than ever to realize her dream of bringing authentic female southern rap to the top of the charts on her own terms. Throughout our time together during her whirlwind weekend in Los Angeles, she keep returning to 3 words: I want more. At the end of the day, those 3 words aren't given. If anything, them numbers getting lower and lower. No shade. Okay, so basically I summarized Latto in my own view. Me personally, speaking of Latto, I would say that she's a major attention seeker who would do anything, I feel like, just to get attention and to get that number 1 hit. And at the end of the day, it's just not given or whatever, simply because She can't use the Nicki Minaj layout or rollout, and then the IceSpice rollout got played too simply because everybody think it's boring at the end of the day. Okay, so gagging. Look at that beautiful mug, pretty mama. All I remember is when Nikki called her scratch off in Doublewood Plaque. Now she conquered the world. Oh, she ate the photo shoot. These comments can be really delusional. Conquered the world. Child. Lotto can't even, conquer the charts for real. Peeing, leading lady. She can't even leave bubbling under. I wish I can be friends with Lotto, the biggest. This looks so excited for the album. Beautiful, gagging. At the end of the day, I'm so ready to hear this album when it drops or whatever. Should have been JT. Lotto ain't hitting on shit right now. Can she rap? Yes, but all the projects and nothing is sticking. I don't know. JT rollout was amazing. And then somebody said who? And then Pen, leading lady. She can't even leave bubbling under at the end of the day. That's why I was so shocked when Billboard had her on the cover of their magazine. Like, are y'all serious? She can't even really top y'all charts. And then, so I couldn't hug over my baby on this. Stop it. Oh, just stop it. Pretty, I'm so excited for the new album from Big Latto. Wow, cool, T. Lotto is coming. At the end of the day, Lotto is coming to disappoint her fans. Okay, so child, let's get into it. Okay, so as we all know, Joe Buttons was on his platform doing his job. What he's paid to do is critique these artists and what he feel like about, shit leading around to them artists or whatever. So with that being said, we all know Cardi B do not like nothing negative said about her at all. And what she do, she always go on lives or spaces and rant and make herself look crazy. So let's check out from what she said to what he said after that.
You quit on your passion. You quit on your passion. I'm not gonna quit, bro. That's the issue. That's the issue with you. You critique everybody. You critique every single body. And stop being a hater, bro. Stop being a fucking hater. If somebody got 400 million fucking dollars for a deal, and you talk about, yeah, well, they got a tour, this, and that. Nigga, I'll fucking tour till I'm 65 if somebody give me $400 million. $400 million and you don't have. Stop hating on everybody. Everything that somebody do good, you always hate on it. That's bad. That's terrible. On something, you always hating on something. It sets you apart from. I've also never gotten a lap dance from this lady, bro. I gave you a lap dance 2 times and fucking started. You was high.
That has offended Cardi B, I'm sorry. I am. I tweeted that, and I mean it. It's part of growing up and being responsible and accountable. That has offended.
Okay, so let's go into these ass kissing tweets Joe responded with. She cursing me to smooth out, but she's still hilarious. I'm going to bed. I apologize to Cardi for whatever I did. In peace and love to all. I think I understand what's going on. This is a play because I love her. I really just wanted an album from someone whose music I love. I promise you and assure you, I will never cover a single thing this girl does for the remainder of her career. Peace and love at the end of the day. That's all she wanted was for him to kiss her ass, apologize publicly, and y'all see how quick she turned her tone with him. Okay, so Joe was like, Cardi is on my list of people I'm gonna love no matter what. If I've ever made a joke that offended Cardi B, I'm sorry. She posted and said, I got love for you too, Joe, but you changing your tone on me real heavy the last 3 years, whether music or personal. Like when I was going through my shit with my marriage in December, you went on your platform and tried to make that about somebody else and what they got going on. I know criticism comes with territory, but sometimes the narrative y'all decide go run with be so toxic. It's all love though. See you soon. At the end of the day, I feel like that's all she wanted was for him to kiss her ass, and now look, all cool. All right, let me watch the whole thing. Good for everybody. She must have sent court papers. You know she quick to sue a mother effer. What's the tea? He ain't really apologized for real. If you know Joe, he disguised his rebuttal to Cardi as towards the others while referencing everything Cardi said. He really was shooting back at her subliminally. He a wizard with fooling y'all. And I feel like at the end of the day, it's just sad that he can't say nothing bad. But anyway, I'm sorry, but Joe should stop apologizing for voicing his opinion on things, and artists should stop being high level sensitive. Joe always spoke highly of Cardi, but she doesn't acknowledge that. But we still should listen to her when she only hears the little criticism. Just move on. Cardi B friends and team toxic. Like, why send her only small negative clips out of context instead of sending all the times Joe praised Cardi? It's all love between them. She just had to put him in his place real quick. Joe apologizing because of the lap dance, the way he know that he's gaslighting her. No shade, but Cardi B give me miserable, bitter type of vibes to the point where it make her look real crazy. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, nobody can't say nothing about her. You know, her fans can't ask nothing about her music or projects, and it's just draining to watch her, put on like that every day. But anyways, I want to go over some tea that I read or whatever, and some of it had to do with Joe Buttons and Cardi B from the other day, basically. Okay, so allegedly, it says, so her and Joe faked an argument Thursday for a PR stunt as a rollout for the collab. They were in on it together. The plan was to get her trending before 12. However, she didn't anticipate Paris standing on business and the GP supporting her. That spat they had turned the GP against her, and Joe apologizing later was part of the plan as well. If he was nice to her, she thought it would turn the GP to be nice, yet it didn't. She's been getting dragged since Thursday. She has more likes on Twitter than streams on Spotify and Apple combined. No YouTube views, no Spotify or Apple Music debut. Yet hit hate tweets everywhere right now. Another negative is her job shaming when she was a stripper, doing that to men, and body shaming when she botched and insecure, which is why the GP is dragging her. Now, at the end of the day, some of that I just read make sense perfect, or whatever the case is. That goes into place with, everything going on with her at the end of the day. She told Joe he was thirsty for and doing, and he apologized, laughing my ass off. That's when it was validated, everything I knew already. These industry people are spineless and paid off. The real tea that everyone is so afraid to wake up is one of the main reasons Cardi B is flopping because she's attempting to write her own music and stand in fake solidarity with Meg. She knows she had to choose between Party and Meg, her career or her image. And Megan has already been dissing her, and the GP has turned into Sexy Red. She has to keep ignoring Megan's shade. You buy Birkins, I buy stocks, because if she responds, she is over. If she keep working with Party, their friendship is over. So she's writing flops because she's not a rapper. Her team gasses her and say drop a naked music video too, and she releases, then it tank, and she blame her fans. She gotta choose her career and let Party write and step up to the rap beef with Meg, or let that friendship end her career and her reputation in rap. The thing is, once she drops her album, their friendship will be over because Party will be credited. The time is ticking for their fake friendship to be exposed. Okay, so I feel like at the end of the day, Cardi should just drop her out and basically just stick with being a social media influencer, because she's running to these social media platforms more than she run into that studio to, get this album out for her fans and to prove her point that she quote unquote is the queen of rap or whatever. And that, even though she ain't dropped her album since what, 2018, like, I feel like prove that point that you still got it like you did with Invasion of Privacy. Make a long story short. As we all know, the Pink Friday 2 World Tour has ended, and it was a major success, and she blew that shit out the frame. With that being said, today they finally had their moment to try to diss and shade the queen of hip hop. As we know, like, Pink Friday 2 was, finally come to an end on Billboard Hot 200 or whatever. And, oh, that was their punchline to talk the most shit. Okay, it says Pink Friday 2 has departed the Billboard 200 for the first time ever this week. The album peaked at #1, stayed on the charts for 31 consecutive weeks, and produced the hits FTCU and Everybody. This marks her shortest running album to date chart run. I feel like it's gonna pop back on the charts very soon. I already know, I see it coming. Okay, so to be honest, the fans did what needed to be done. We made it debut at #1, made Gag City trend, and made the tour sell out. The fact everything else flop isn't our fault. We had no promo, radio, nothing. Like, at the end of the day, that's so true. And then, even on a sold out tour, and then not even a worldwide sold out tour of the century could save her. I feel like they really getting on there and throwing jabs and shade. And then it said, "Are you for real?" It's not in the charts anymore. And then it says, "She's dust, the burger, and Pig Nika." Like, the hate can be real when, in fact, their fave can't even chart, not even for 2 weeks hardly. That's what's killing me, while they laughing at the end of the day. And then it said, "I'm going to be honest with y'all, the promo and things that Cardi and her team will do to promote CB2 will ultimately cause her album to do better than PF2 sales wise. We got to be honest when it comes to her work and music. Cardi will promote and go all out for her music, so be prepared. I got dragged when I said this PF2 era was over underwhelming when it was. I'm not gonna lie and say it wasn't. The music was good, but the lack of promo or anything that support the album is what make it overwhelming. Nicki and Republic failed PF2 badly. The Barbs did all the work. And then it says, no, I'm not. I'm just gonna on base what you know so far about Cardi's album. Could it flop? Sure, it can, but let's be honest, Cardi gonna put in a lot of work and dedication to make sure her album don't flop. And then, and I better not hear y'all scream payola and sympathy if that girl album do better than PF2. Cause y'all know Nicki could have did better for the PF2 era. Well, based on the promo music videos and the future she has on it, she can definitely do way over 2 to 8K. PF2 songs are better, but Cardi rollout and a aesthetic of the album will be high quality, which can draw more people's attention in. Now, let's talk about basically IceSpice and her team really, trying to get under Nicki's skin at this point. I look at it as I feel like they want some type of attention for this album layout so that, she can go number one or whatever. I feel like, as we all know, Ice Spice been jacking, Nicki's looks, and it was some tea that's been dropped about a person that was, doing Nicki Minaj hair. Ice Spice team basically went to her and propositioned her, and it was a lot. Okay, the Bella brand. As a business owner, you have to try to turn something into nothing all the time. So I was supposed to do Ice Spice's tour, and they sent me a wig order, 19. And then they called me again to add more, which was 5. And then when it was time to pay, they didn't have the budget. That was my dumb mistake for thinking, since we worked together for years, that everything would be okay. But unfortunately, I learned my lesson. They kept changing the date, 4 changes, so she decided to cancel last minute, one day before the units was ready. After I made a whole bunch of wigs, which I told her to just take the units, but because we didn't have time to cut them and color them for her this time around, she likes the majority of the work to be done for her all of the time. I told her professionally I would never deal with her moving forward. They then told me they were going to pay me for my service fee, and then making sure that the units be fair. Well, today they reached out to me to get another wig, and I asked about the service fee, and she told me straight up, after they said they were going to pay, that they are no longer going to pay. So 14 hours to make the units overnight by myself. Several cases of dye and, basically 2,000 to the stylist in my shop because Deja can't cut a bang for real. Roku remote wig. Things happen, but that is not how you handle someone that respects your business and always come through for you at the very last minute, literally. Also, you still owe me my wig back because it's not paid for what's going on with that. Kadeja, I was able to download all my text messages onto my MacBook because you guys know I got a new phone, so I make sure to post all the time. You told me that you want to wear my wigs and that she like my wigs the best. Also, they fit the best. You really disappointed me when you asked me to give you the tour units for free. 20K in wigs for no promo. At that, Now, when you have ever known me to do that, thank you for making us make all of these Nicki Minaj wigs. I'm going to go ahead and not upload the rest of the screenshots since this is supposed to be Princess Diana, but it's really always Queen Onika. And then it say Deja Slay, basically. 20 wigs with no deposit is insane. 20 Nicki wigs is even crazier. I'm sorry, Ice, not no Barb. Her team using the whole Nicki thing to get the Barb's attention. I'm not making 20 wigs for no one without at least being paid a deposit or signed the contract. Celebrity or no business always come first. I feel like, yeah, they right that they just trying to get the Barb's attention and Nicki's attention. They trying to poke and poke till they get some type of attention for the media to see. It says terrible PR trick. Trying to use this as engagement for her album is nasty work. She and Doja love these paid campaigns and it's so annoying. Clearly confirms she was planning here to ruin Nicki's brand, and I'm not a Nicki fan, but it's the obvious. I knew I couldn't get into her for a reason. Always, and I mean always, have contracts. I do it with family and friends. Business is business. Now, at the end of the day, they absolutely right on that. Okay, and then it says it's not about inspiration. It's about the girls trolling Nicki and pretending to love her, but dissing her behind closed doors and hope to get the beef with Nicki. PR package. They do this because they know the GP hates Nicki, and no matter if she's wrong or right, the narrative will be she falls out with anyone. They gaslight her and make her seem crazy, but one thing about it, the truth always come out even if it's years later. These female rappers see how being attached to Nicki helped some of the girls' careers, so they all use her because she's a sample and says target and will be wrong in the public eye no matter what. This stunt is so tired and pathetic. It's just so weird how people choose not to see why Nicki acts the way she does. And y'all said the Bars was crazy for saying she was copying Nicki's looks. We was so delusional, wasn't we? Now look, proof. And at the end of the day, everybody sure was saying she wasn't biting Nicki's style, but we could see through all of that shit. Nicki will forever be around, legendary icon. These girls got the Nicki syndrome. They absolutely right about that. They try to befriend her and then fall out with her, and then they want to get that attention basically in that number one spot. All right, y'all. So with that being said, make sure to please subscribe, like, and comment, and I will see you guys the next round with another video with Catch the Tea with Lil G.